Oh, hello. I'm Mr. Felder, and welcome to our program. I will be discussing the military-industrial complex today, and how it might mean the undoing of our country, the United States of America.
So, what exactly is the military-industrial complex?
Well, Jimmy, the military-industrial complex, or MIC, is a term that was first used by our late President, Dwight D. Eisenhower, in his farewell address. It is the close-knit relationship between government, military, and weapons manufacturers, and how they use war for profit. Let me demonstrate further. The government invades a poorer country, led by an evil dictator, which happens to have the world's third largest oil reserves. The military gets to flex its might and establish strategic strongpoints around the world. The weapons manufacturers, well, they get exactly what they want, Jimmy.
Wow, that doesn't sound very nice.
It sure doesn't, Jimmy. It sure doesn't.
But Mr. Felder, how in Jeepers Creepers does that affect me?
Well, you see, Jimmy, the MIC affects us all, because even though the United States claims not to be an imperial power, when we go and spread democracy to other countries, we are, in our own way, taking over that country and establishing bases there. This does not sit well with some countries in the world, and has caused some countries to become more militant towards the United States. Like, for instance, the country of Iran, which is led by President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. They have been trying to acquire nuclear weapons through the process of nuclear proliferation. This is dangerous to us, seeing as how they can acquire nuclear weapons and fire them at the West, as seen here. The Chinese government, in 2005, according to the UN Security Council, has spent over $90 billion increasing and improving its military capabilities. This is suspicious, seeing as how they did not report it to the UN. They are capable of firing missiles at the United States. This is a very dangerous situation due to the dispute that China and the United States have over Taiwanese territory. And finally, Russia. The president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has taken a hardline stance on the U.S. Eastern European Missile Defense Shield. He has threatened to reacquire European targets with strategic missiles. Yes, anybody? Anybody have any questions? Yes, Tommy.
But still, what does it have to do with us?
Because, Tommy, in your very near future, you could be at war with any one of these countries, if not all of them.
Wow, that could be trouble. But Mr. Felder, how can we avoid something like this?
Well, you see, Jimmy, we have a little thing I need my glasses. We have a little thing called presidential elections. In this year's presidential race, we have candidates Barack Obama running for the Democratic Party, and Hillary Clinton running for the Democratic Party as well, and John McCain running for the Republican Party. Now, it is totally up to you which candidate you choose, but one must think which candidate would be most associated with the MIC. But think about this. Ever since the demise of the Soviet Union, there hasn't been that much need for weapons in the United States. So what does the government do? Acquire new enemies.
But Mr. Felder, I have a contradiction.
Yes, Tommy.
I think you're full of shit.
Well, Tommy, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's why it's called the United States.
You're still a douchebag.
Like I was saying, it's totally up to you who you choose to be president, but your choice does affect the future of this nation.
Is Tommy okay?
He's fine. But don't just take my word for it. Let's take a trip out into the real world and see what people on the street have to say. Do you believe that the United States is an imperial power?
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
I think we're one of the strongest nations in the world, so that would be an imperial power to me.
Is that a good thing to you?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. What do you think about this country, the United States? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I like it.
What do you like about it?
For free.
We're free. Cool. Do you believe that the United States is an imperial power?
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
No.
No. Alrighty. Do you believe that the United States is an imperial power?
Yes, I do.
Can you elaborate on that?
I just think everything that's going on with this country and all the money situation, it's going good, going towards a better profit than other countries, India, Japan.
What's your stance on Iraq?
I think it's good. I think Bush is doing a good job. What else was he supposed to do 9 months after he got into power? So I think he did the right decision and not just let it blow past him.
And who do you plan to vote for in the upcoming election?
Well, definitely not the Nazi or the Antichrist, so I'm going to vote for McCain.
Well, I hope you learned your lesson, kids. So until next time, I'll see you later. Jimmy, grab his legs.
We all got wasted.
Wow, that doesn't sound.
We believe that the United States has an imperial. They have spent over $90 billion in increasing and firing missiles at the United States, especially over the. Because, Tommy, in the near future you could. Ha! It sure doesn't, Jimmy. It sure doesn't.